Starting off with Anakin Skywalker, his Fierce Fighter card reduces the cooldown of Passionate Strike by 5 seconds instead of the stated 4 seconds. As for BB-8, Roll Together decreases the cooldown of allies' abilities by 31%. The card states 15%, and BB-8's ability already reduces the charge time by 6%. With Bossk, the Spreading the Disease card was supposed to increase the area of effect of the Dioxis grenade, but it actually doesn't do anything. As for Count Dooku's Initiative card, the 15 seconds per use is actually correct, as is the intended damage boost numbers. However, each successful Saber Strike doesn't reduce the recharge time by 1 second, but actually by less than 1 second. Finn has multiple cards with issues, starting with Beacon of Hope. It actually increases Big Deal's range by 50% instead of 40%. No More Running doesn't require any previously killed enemies to apply the bonus damage to Deadeye. It's applied on the go. Going back leads to the situation where killing enemies recharges 36% of Undercover Team's duration instead of 40%. Stay Calm has killing an enemy recharging 34% of Deadeye's duration instead of 40%. Grievous's card, Jedi Killer, increases thrust surge range by 37%, not 50%. Lineup Weaklings doesn't require any enemies affected to start dealing more damage. The damage boost is applied immediately. With Han Solo's All-In card, it decreases the cooldown time of Shoulder Charge by 75% instead of 50%. Iden Versio's Acquiring Targets and Shock Reach cards actually have their functions swapped. So one does what the other says, and the other does what the other says. Kylo Ren's Resilience card works, but only if you're near Dooku, Grievous, Maul, Palpatine, or Vader. The Closing In card increases the range of Frenzy by 30% instead of 40%. And the Total Control card increases the duration of freeze by 40% instead of 50%. Lando, unfortunately, is another hero that has multiple cards that have issues. Welcome to Cloud City should increase the range and thickness of Smoke Grenade, but it doesn't do anything. Disabler Growth increases the area of effect of Disabler by 15% instead of 30%, and only after 1.73 seconds instead of 5 seconds. Quick Shot increases Disabler shock duration only after 5 seconds that it was attached, not before 5 seconds. Wide-Eyed increases the range of Sharp Shot by 65% instead of 40%. With Leia's cards, Fearless should increase the range of thermal detonators, but it doesn't do anything. With Luke Skywalker's Deflection Mastery card, it doesn't improve blaster reflections at all, but it still increases the stamina drain by the stated value. Darth Maul's Throne to Slow card is set to where the damage of Chokehold is increased by 19 instead of 30. And Fool Me Once provides different increased recharge rates of each ability. 6.72% for Chokehold, 8.4% for Furious Throw, and the intended 10% to Spin Attack. Obi-Wan Kenobi's More Doubts card increases the range of Restrictive Mind Trick by 60% instead of 50%. Emperor Palpatine's Amplified Aura card doesn't need the minimum 3 affected enemies to boost damage. Its damage is boosted automatically. It also delivers an extra 10 damage on the first hit on top of the boosted damage. First hit being 29.5 damage, followed by hits of 19.5. Prime Electrocution increases the shock duration by 30% as intended until when you can start shooting with your blaster again. However, it only increases shock duration by 20% until when you can start moving again. Growing Darkness increases the range of Dark Aura until it's 10% larger instead of 20%. Captain Phasma is a part of the group that has multiple cards that are messed up more than should be in the game, especially at the end of its lifespan. The More the Better card increases the First Order Sentry Droid's rotation speed by 32% instead of 50%. Easy Shots reduces Phasma's main weapon heat produced by 65% instead of 60%. Laser Wall Durability only requires 4 enemies killed instead of 5 and increases the recharge speed of her abilities by 43%. There's No Escape increases the First Order Sentry Droid's shock duration by 0.6 seconds instead of 0.35 seconds. With Rey's cards, Damaging Strike doesn't increase Dash Strike's damage for each enemy affected, but rather just gives a plain 30% damage boost to the skill. Strong Mind increases Mind Trick's range by 25% instead of 30%. Darth Vader has 2 cards that are not working properly. There Is No Escape increases the range of Saber Throw by 67% instead of 50%. Punishing Grip increases choke duration by 25% instead of 40%. Yoda's card, Earned It I Have, should speed up Yoda's process of building up energy for his Unleash ability, but it actually doesn't do anything. This is all pre-Scarif update and is subject to change. Now, based on the fact that they've left so many things unchanged for months and even years, this could have not changed at all. I go on to say nobody is perfect, and these numbers may have changed with the update, but as far as I know, these are up to date.